streamer support segment. Again, we do this every Monday to give back to the community and help you guys as much as possible. I'm struggling with how to react when I raid. You know what is great, Liam? Have you ever considered somebody making you or you creating a raid scene? So like when somebody raids, you just click a button and it will do like a showcase or like a montage of like special moments from your stream. Don't make it too long because nobody will stick around if it's too long. And make sure like the intro is like really epic. Because I'm actually thinking about doing something like that. Make it like 30 seconds long, epic intro, so keep people like attached straight off the bat, and just go from there. That's what usually I recommend for people that don't know how to sort of like react from something or need something different. I usually find they go down really, really well. How do streamers deal with the stress of numbers? Honestly, bro, it's hard. Like, you've got to put it to the back of your mind. Like, numbers will drive you fucking crazy in this world. Numbers will drive you nuts. Whether it's Twitch, Twitter, unfollowers, sub counts, everything. What I always just recommend, every day, go in with an open mind. Like, whether it's streaming, I always just say appreciate everything you get. Turn your view count off. Hell, fucking turn the screen off that you don't even have to look at your view count. You won't even be tempted by looking at your view count. Turn it off. Don't look at it. Analyze it obviously at the end of the stream. See your summary and see how you did. Think how you can improve potentially. Maybe watch your VODs back and stuff. But you got to put numbers to the back of your mind because it will fucking drive you nuts. And it drove me nuts for a long time back in the day. I learned to control it and I learned to stop looking at it because it got to the point where it was pissing me off, like really pissing me off. So do that, and then, you know, this is how I see it, chat. When you're streaming, right, there's nothing you can change. There's nothing you can change at the time anyway. You can't control who's coming in and out, so why worry about it? Just, rather than focus on the people that aren't in your stream, focus on the people who are in your stream, all right? That's a big one right there. Do your best to not look at the count and just focus on having fun with what you do. It will really show. What mouse would I suggest? If you do exclamation mark mouse in the chat, Dreamlife, you can see the one that I currently use right now. It's it's the Model O gaming mouse in glossy black. It's really nice. Or if you want something that you don't have to wait like 2 months to get because they sell out really quickly, you can get like a Logitech G502. I really like that mouse, but it's definitely not as good as this one. But it's still a really good mouse. So potentially like a Logitech G502. They do some great mice. I've got a question. Obviously, I've just come back to streaming and I've noticed I'm not populated this before. What do you think is the best course of action? If you've just come back to streaming after a long break or a long time away, and by the word long, I mean anything that's probably longer than a week or two, you need to pretty much just set it like you're starting again. I'll be frank with you because that's a long time to be gone. If it's a tough one, man. Like, if you've been gone for like over a month or whatever, you need to pretty much feel like you're restarting again because people have to get used to you being back. Again, don't look at numbers. Just go back in, enjoy yourself, and just work hard to try and get yourself back to where you were and try and go above it. Don't compare yourself with how you are now as you've returned to how you were just before you left. Because again, you'll drive yourself nuts, and that's not doing yourself justice right now because you've only just come back. All right, so start with your fresh stats. Don't think about what you had before, and go from there. If I wanted to stream direct from console without overlays, do you think that will put people off? I mean, it depends, Stimpack. I mean, personally, for me, to you, I'd come and watch you no matter what, because obviously we're really good friends. But if I look at a console streamer with like no overlays or anything like that, and maybe not even a potential camera versus someone obviously with overlays, potentially a PC streamer or somebody who uses a capture card, it's a lot more appealing. But we all have to start somewhere. So don't be scared to do that if that's what you want to do. Listen, if you want to stream, just stream. Just do it because you can upgrade and you can add stuff as you go along. I made a raid scene. It's like a hype scene. Yeah, that's what I want to do, Striker. Just have something in place when something crazy happens. For me, I just usually do like a dance or something. But, you know, I want to also get a raid scene done as well at times. Numbers made me ill for a while. They drive you nuts. They do. They drive you nuts because you don't know when things are going to go well. You don't know when things are going to go bad. You just work your hardest and then kind of hope, really. Just do your best and work your hardest and see where it goes. But honestly, like, yeah, you can't get caught up on numbers, man, because it would drive you fucking bonkers. You want to know the key to flawless streaming? Turn your view account off and appreciate everything you get. Right? I promise you, your streaming experience will go from like this to like this, 100%. Right? I haven't looked at my view count in fucking forever. I don't keep it on anymore. I enjoy myself on stream. I don't have any expectations on what I'm going to get. I just go in there with an idea of what I want to do and how I'm going to do it. And then whatever the result is, it is what it is. You know, at the moment, I do streaming as a full-time thing. As you guys know, I've been full-time streaming since October last year. If the day ever comes where I can't afford to do it, or if the day ever comes where maybe not as popular anymore, and you know, it doesn't cover it, I have my degree, I can go part-time again. That's fine. Obviously, I don't want to do that, and I work every single day to make sure that I stay relevant and to try and get myself further up the ladder as much as possible. I never cut corners. I do it the right way, and I want to do that, helping as many people as possible. That's why we do this sort of stuff. That's why we do community night. That's why our community is built the way it is, to try and, you know, help everybody get to where they want to be. At the end of the day, there's nothing worse as a streamer when you sit there and you feel like you're just on your own with all these problems and no one to go to. I had it so many times, I didn't know where to go. So now I want to use my platform to help others. Just act as if you're resetting, starting all over again, because it's pretty much what it is. You can't compare then to now, because it will be different. It'll be different people on Twitch. It'll be a different market. Bro, Twitch changes week to week, day to day. Like, it's so dynamic. You never know what game's going to be popular. You never know who's going to do what or whatever. You got to just stay relevant and stay with it every single day. This microphone, if you do exclamation mark MIC in the chat, this is the HyperX Quadcast, and it comes built in with a pop filter and a shock mount. It's really, really good. Really good microphone. Probably, in my opinion, the best USB microphone on the market. You know, built-in pop filter, built-in shock mount. You have to spend any money for that. It's so good. It's clean, and it looks great as well. Highly, highly recommend it. Any good advice on how to talk to oneself when there's no one chatting or just started streaming again? Right, Ukami, great idea is either find somebody to play with who you can chat with, or commentate on what's going on in the game, and have some light music in the background. So if you ever got a quiet spot, listen, don't allow for quiet spots, because once it goes quiet, if you just sit there and it's just like this, right? Imagine I tune into your stream, all to hear is straight silence. Like, I'll instantly just probably go somewhere else. All right, you gotta keep it going. You gotta, you know, have some like maybe light music in the background. If you're finding that you haven't got anyone coming in your chat yet, or you've just started off, chat to a friend, play games with friends. That's a great idea. That's what I did when I started. Or if you do meet a couple of viewers, try and get to know them a little bit and play games with them if you want to. And if none of that works, make sure you're at least commentating on what you're doing on the screen at all times. End of the day, I'd rather go in there and be with someone who's interactive than someone who's not gonna say anything, just play a game. Unless they're obviously a pro player. If you're a pro player, again, that's a different story, because people go to see your gameplay and they know who you are already. But trying to make a name for yourself, definitely go around, probably around the way that I said that. What are your thoughts about mobile gaming on Twitch? I'm all down for it, Sean. If that's what people like to do, if that's what people like to play, by all means, that's a great thing. Like, you know, go for it. Ben M, welcome in, my brother. How you doing? This is it, man. Brand new starting from the bottom again. I'm enjoying it, though. I really am. That's what's important, is that you enjoy the process and you enjoy what you do. If you don't enjoy it, chat, it's gonna feel fucking horrible, honestly. Glad I had y'all when I started. Well, Snowflake, it's so good having you back. And in the last like week or two, I've seen people leaving the platform, and loads of people that I used to know coming back. It's great. It feels great seeing so many people coming back. Sometimes Moobot and Nightbot get out of line. I've never used Nightbot. I know he's really good for like the top streamers. Like you're talking like your 0.0 fucking 0.1%, whatever it is, of streamers that like have to be super strict with their chat. That's probably when it is good. I prefer Stream Elements because it's a lot more immersive and interactive. But again, it's up to you. It's preference. Yeah, Streamlabs do have their own bot. For me, I've always used Stream Elements. I'm so used to it now. I like what Stream Elements offers in terms of giveaways, commands, how you can mod your chat, and all that kind of stuff. I don't think I'll ever change, to be perfectly honest. It's way, way, way too convenient. So I already know the answer to this, but posting clips on your streams. Yeah, Leanne, absolutely. Whether it's Instagram, Twitter, try and get like a couple of clips posted out a week. I would say maybe even every other day if you want. It just gets you out there. It gets people, because clips are great because it's so immersive. It's people that never had anything about you. If people can watch something rather than read it, anything's for convenience, and clips are the best way of doing that. If you can put something funny out there or something really eye-catching or interesting, you got a lot more. I reckon you got a lot more of an opportunity to catch somebody's attention than for expecting them to read something about you. You know, Definitely. Clips are really, really good. Can we expect to see this interview on your YouTube channel? Yes. So I'm actually working with my editor at the moment, and we're getting a montage together of all my best clips. That'll be my first video, and then I'm going to try and upload the podcast that we do every Monday onto the YouTube channel and have like our own little sections for that. If you haven't already subscribed, would massively appreciate any of the support. I think it's really important to try and keep active as possible when people are in there. Make it engage and make it fun. And if you're not going to talk, at least have a little bit of background. Gives people something to listen to. If you're just going to sit there and just play the game, bro, anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. It's about what you bring. It's your personality. That's what makes you different to other people. Seriously, like, I didn't get here on my own. I don't pretend like I got here on my own. So I do many things to help the community, like Community Mondays, and we do a content creator of the week, which for this week is Risen, which we shout them out on Twitter, and then we have a command in the chat where it shouts them out every 30 minutes. These little things, man. The Let's Talk Hype Unit thing that we do on a Friday now to help support the hype grinders. We try and do so much. Wherever we can, to try and help people and get to where they want to be, because that's really important. I don't think it's done enough these days. I feel like sometimes people feel like they're on their own, and they feel like everyone else is not just like out for themselves. Where it's definitely not. We want to build an inclusive and supportive family in here, and that's what it's all about. I love it when we pick up like new or like up and coming people to the Twitch world, and they just stumble across the channel, and they're like, I love the family feel in here. And it's great because especially new streamers can get influenced very easily. And if they get to the wrong person, they tell them how good cheating and following all that stuff is. You could easily go down the wrong route and set yourself up to start badly. You get involved in a friendly, proper, nice community from the very start. Set you up to be the best person you can be from the start of your journey. And that's honestly a great thing that we love to do in here. This is what I've started to do, and why I'm not really active in Discord as much, showing some love and positivity on Twitter. I want to support as many people as I can. I love it so far. Do it, man. I said you do what works for you. You do what you find works best for you. No such thing as an up-and-coming streamer. No such thing, guys. It's all perspective. For example, you could have somebody with 100 followers who calls a brand new streamer small, and then somebody who's like, I don't know, 2,000 followers calls him small, and then somebody at potentially my level could call him small, and then someone at like fucking Ninja's level call me small. It's all perspective. Don't worry about where you feel like, if you're a large or a small or a mid-size, whatever it is. Everybody is in different parts of their journeys, and it's important to understand that and support the journey as you go across. Follow for follow is shit. I tried that a few years ago when I gave a stream and got to 120 followers, and the most views I have had was 5. It's not even so much for the viewer count. All you're doing is selling yourself out for a statistic and a number. There's really no point, because I would rather take an extra couple of weeks and get to affiliate properly than just tell a bunch of people that I'm going to follow them, never watch them, and then do the exact same thing to me. And then you hit affiliate, and then suddenly nobody wants to watch you anymore because they think, oh, their job is done there to whatever they were doing. The best thing is to do is, I know it can feel quite desperate to get to affiliate when you start, but if you are a brand new streamer, honestly, do it the proper way. If people shout you out and get to know you, that's great. Use that and utilize that. Don't get sucked into the old follow for follow and all that kind of rubbish, man, because you're just going to set yourself up for a real hard journey, and one that will lead to most likely disappointment, because you'll be like, well, I've got all these followers, but nobody comes and watches me. You got to do it the proper way. Organic is the only way of doing it. Don't cut corners. When you get there, you'll know it's because of your hard work and nothing else. Comment on other people's stuff. DM people. Let people know what you like about them. Be open. Be honest, and be yourself. Being yourself is the most important thing when it comes to this thingy, because people will sniff out a fake 1,000%. You can only keep up a persona for so long. Just be honest with yourself. No matter what your personality is, it can shine in one way or another. How you work around it and how you make it work for you. Right, guys, that is going to be the end of the topic talk section. We are going to be going in and get ready.